Okie dokie, smoky.
Hi, I'm Samuel, and this is Duty. Have you signed up for the launch of There's an Alien in My Toilet on Kickstarter? I hope that you do. It's gonna be a hilarious ride. The link is in the summary. See you there.
What's up? What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
Woo! Part 2 in the House of Craze tonight. We're going to have John Anthony. Bubba Patrol is the name of the book, and it's also on Kickstarter coming up next.
Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I am your host with the most, Sam the Crazy Man Vera, and I am with
George, the Dreamer, Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. We are live once again. It's the 8 o'clock hour on a Tuesday night, and we are live with another guest. John Anthony. Bubba Patrol is the name of the campaign.
Yes.
And it's on Kickstarter. It's live right now.
Yes.
You guys are going to check that out. Check that out. We just got off. If you guys watched us at 7 o'clock, we had Stone Abdullah. Big shout out to him. It was a blast. And if you guys are into, and if you guys are into indie, independent artists, whether it's music, comics, or whatever it is, if you are into learning and getting to know some of these artists that are out there that maybe don't have the big, the big spotlights on them, check out Catch the Craze, because that's what we do. Subscribe to the channel, give us a like, comment below, hit the bell, all that fun stuff. We have another exciting episode. And so what's up with you, Sam? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, what's happening? Yeah, what's happening? It's been busy, bro.
Yo, jumping back and forth between shows is no joke, son.
It's no joke. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Yeah, so yeah, it's been crazy. So we're getting ready a week away from the launch of There's an Alien in My Toilet. Duty is going to arrive from Uranus. He's getting close to orbiting Earth. There he is. There is a Medina special. Again, so I just want to let everybody out there know. You don't know, but you're not going to find Medina artwork out there. It's very limited. It's very rare. It's a rare, hard to find item. They're selling it on eBay for $40. That cover, that he just held up. They're selling it on eBay for $40, right? What did he call them? What did he call those poachers? I don't know what they call them. Scalpers? I don't know what they call it. But I was like, so they knew that we're bringing back Duty, so they're selling them, right? So they're out there. They're like, yo, it's like Moon Knight, right? I went into my Moon Knight collection and I was looking for the ones that were done by Stephen Platt. I was like, yo, Moon Knight's about to pop off. Let me get those because the prices are gonna go up. That's what they're doing with Duty, right? Been gone for over a decade. So if you want to get your hands on a Medina this is an opportunity to do it because no one else has it. It's crazy. So I'm excited about that. The launch party is on the 15th. So join us for the launch party. We have a special celebrity guest for this launch party. I cannot say what it is. I am under, disclosure. I cannot say it, but this is, you don't want to miss this one. Join us for that launch party. It's going to be crazy. And if you're an aspiring artist, or if you're an artist out there and you just want to, get featured in this book, show us your best version of Duty. Show us your best version of There's an Alien in My Toilet. Duty, the main character. I've given you all the variations of Duty. He's the ultimate cosplayer, right? So, there's Viking Duty, there's Samurai Duty, there's Pharaoh Duty, there's SWAT Duty. Show us your version of Duty. Post it. Tag Catch the Craze anywhere. It doesn't matter what social media platform you do it, because we are everywhere. Tag Catch the Craze with a DA, not a THE. And in your summary, put I am a dudester. And you can be featured in the book with a bio about you, with a web address, the whole bit, and you get an interview on Catch the Craze podcast. Come on.
Now let me ask you, can what if they don't do any of the renditions that you've already done? What if they do their own?
They do their own.
Duty in his own costume.
They can come up with a Duty Samoan. They can do whatever. Just show us your best rendition of Duty.
Nice.
Right?
All right.
Duty does what Duty does, right?
Hey, we said it before. Duty is the ultimate cosplayer. Duty's been cosplaying since 2005.
Yes.
When he was in the woods and he was getting attacked by some ants. If you don't know what I'm talking about, issue number 2. That's all I got to say. So
isn't that in the song from Into the Woods, Into the Thick of It?
I don't know. I can't. I can neither. I'm not sure. I don't know.
George, you gotta hang with me, bro. You gotta hang with me.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm excited. There's a lot of things to unveil the night of the launch party. It'll start at 7:45 because we're gonna hit that button at 8 o'clock. So at 7:45, because it started at 7:45, we have a celebrity guest. We have a lot of unveilings, and we got a special incentive for Dudester. So if you're a Dudester, you want to come on and play. And again, get ready, because this is going to be a party like no other. I'm telling you, this is going to be a party like no other. Get ready, because here Duty comes. So I'm excited about that. But not only that, George, you got you got something coming out in May. What is that?
Yeah, so The Adventures of Wonderduck, Chapter 5, is dropping on Kickstarter in May. May the 4th be with you. So May the 4th, I'm going to be launching the campaign for The Adventures of Wonderduck.
The day after George's birthday.
Celebrate. We celebrate.
He's trying to get sympathy gifts. I'm just saying.
That's right. Hey, listen, don't give me a gift for my birthday. Just sign up and pledge to my book. That's all.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. But right now, so the sign up, so the launch, the pre-launch page is up right now. And thank you to all 50 of you who have already signed up. It's I'm months away, but people are actually signing up. So thank you very much. And to show my appreciation, this is what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm basically going to, if you sign up to the page today, all right, and you send me a DM at The Adventures of Wonderduck down below there. If you go to that page on Instagram, if you send me a DM, say, hey, George, I signed up to your page, I will then send you a PDF of a print, 8x10 print, that is not going to be available to anyone in the campaign. This is strictly for the people who sign up for the pre-launch page, specific for you. If you guys, so I'll send that out to you right off the bat. If you guys then, on the day that it launches or during the campaign, 21 days, if you guys pledge to the campaign, then I will send you a physical copy of the 8x10 print that I sent you that email.
Just give it
as a thank you. It's as a thank you for being my friend. That's all it is.
Thank you for loving me.
So yes. So thank you guys so much for all of the support. I've already sent that a few PDFs to some people who already told me that they subscribed. And so thank you. And so May 4th it goes live, but the pre-launch campaign.
And I got something. I got something. Since he got something, I got something.
What you got, man?
I have to give something to the people. Right? So, wait, hold on.
Who's in that? Ted, what up?
Ted Davies in his house. Yes, I'm going to be on TED Talks on the actually the morning of the launch. I'll be on TED Talks. Wow, it's going to be a long day because I got TED Talks in the morning at the 10 a.m. I think Eastern Standard Time. We got the launch party at 7:45 p.m. and then I think at 10 o'clock that night I'm on another show. I'm not going to sleep that day, baby. It's going to be crazy.
No, you're not.
But yes, since George is giving away everything, including the kitchen sink.
That's right.
Look. If you signed up, if you're one of the 80 people that signed up for this campaign, and if you go on your social media and you could tag me on Instagram at There's an Alien in My Toilet, or tag me anywhere at Catch the Craze and say, I am a dudester, I support this campaign, I got a special gift for you, and you'll find out what that is the night of the launch party. All right, since George is giving it away, I'm giving something away. I'm just saying, all right. So since you got some toys, I got some toys. Stop
yeah, hey, listen. Oh, hey, the only winners here are the listeners and the people who sign up to these pages. So this little friendly competition only helps the people that are watching. So
all the chicken
you're
dinner.
welcome. That's it. That's it. But yeah, now we're having a blast. We can't wait. February 15th is going to be live. It's going to be great. There's an alien in my toilet. We're remastering the book. So what the hell does that mean? So I'm gonna open up one of the pages in the book. Okay.
Oh no.
This hold on. This is what it looked like back in 2005. It's being remastered.
And I just want to give a shout out to my girl, Barbara Soroji.
Yeah,
she's the one who did the coloring for Forbidden. I'm very loyal to my peoples, right?
My people.
She colored 170 pages for Forbidden.
Damn.
And now I'm taking on duty. And remind you, 6 issues already done for There's Nothing in My Toilet. She's doing the whole thing. So she was so good with me with that. I have 2 people that I work with. I have a cover colorist and I have an interior colorist. She's the interior. And so because she did such a great job with Forbidden and she is so talented and diverse, she's able to give me the look as well for duty. I just hit her up. I said, hey, I got another project for you down. She's like, absolutely. So I'm loyal to the people that I work with. And so she's got work all the way through the rest of she had work for all of 2021. Now she got work for all of 2022. So she's all good, And the thing is, she's paid in advance of the campaign. So I'm not raising money to pay her. She's paid. So that's fantastic. So she doesn't have to. It's not contingent if I make my goal. I take care of that in the end, so I don't have to worry about that stuff later on.
Yeah, well, that's the good thing, because then that means that the people who are waiting for the book will get their book.
Oh yeah, it's ready to go.
Yeah, it's ready to rock.
It's ready to rock. It's at the end of the campaign, go straight to the printer. Bang, 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 out the door to you.
I mean, obviously you're the artist on the book, so the art is already done.
Yeah,
the colorist, you've already taken care of her, so she's in the midst of just coloring everything. We're more than halfway through the coloring process. I'm relettering the book because that lettering that was on there was the original lettering.
George is bring a whole new. So George, in my opinion, is one of the best letterers out there, right? So now George is bringing I asked George, I said, hey George, I really want something authentic to duty. And then George went to the think tank. Jordy,
that guy too. That guy's pretty cool. That guy Jordy. That guy Jordy is kind of cool, man.
Right, so Jordy went to the think tank and he's like, yo, Sam, this is what I cooked up. And I was like, yo, I like this meal. And so we're moving forward with that dish. And, it's all good in the hood. So it's going to be exciting. I'm excited for that. But, and again, I want to give a shout out to all the 340 or 540 subscribers to the channel. Right. So, right.
Hit him.
Hold on. Let me remix it. So before Catch the Craze, we had a whole cheering section. I can only afford one person saying yay because I can't afford the mom anymore. So we had to downsize.
Smaller studio.
Yes, 540. Thank you for subscribing to the show. When we grow, you grow. We're getting close to 400 episodes. This actually is episode 380. So this is episode 380. So we're getting close to 400 episodes in a few weeks. We interview 5 people per week, bro. Tell me what show interviews 5 people per week. Plus we have Mondays, the Crazy and 10 or less. Plus we have Thursdays, What's in the Box, right? So we have over 600 and I don't know how many videos on YouTube channel. So we have over 90,000 views on our channel.
And I'll say this, this isn't like a new thing. Like obviously the live shows are fairly new. But the content has been coming on, and we got a new show every Fridays, and we've been doing this since before the pandemic. Like this was pre-pandemic when we actually could get together. And back then we were only getting together, I think it was twice a month, and we would do 4 shows at one night.
Yeah, we would cram it. Yes, we would cram
4 shows just for the month. So we had the month, and that was it. And now, through the magic of originally Zoom and now StreamYard, we're able to give everybody more shows. And so we're taking advantage of it. And we get together every two days, Tuesdays and Wednesdays every week. And we're cranking them out, man. So Yes, yes. It's about the consistency, man. Consistency.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and I'm excited. The downloads keep increasing on Podbean, and if you're listening to us on Spotify, if you're listening to us on iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to us, make sure that you give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, give us some 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever it is, because we're not a flash in the pan. We're here because we're indies who love indies, and
Right.
and so we committed to that. If you're an independent creator, whether in the arts, whether it's comic books, we've had musicians on the show, we've had sculptors on the show, we had puppeteers on the show, we had cosplay. We had so many different types of indie creators. And if you're out there and you want a spotlight, we don't hesitate. We don't turn anybody away.
I want to get a couple of cosplayers on the show. So if you're a cosplayer and you're watching the show and you want to get on the show, hit us up. We'll send you a link to our Calendly, which is where you will be able to sign up for the show if you want to come on and talk to us. So, I'd love to have a magician on the show. I want to see some magic tricks up here.
Hocus pocus, alamocus.
Listen, I want to go all out. So, so anybody out there who's doing something that's underground, independent, you haven't been discovered yet, but you want some shine, bring it on.
I shine, you shine, I shine, you shine. Who did that? Who's that song?
I shine. I can't remember.
Smith and Wesson. Come on. Yeah. Come on, Georgie.
Come on.
What's the matter, you? Grandma used to say, what's the matter, you? What it's talking about.
What it's talking about.
What it's talking about. So with that said, we're at the quarter mark. We're going to bring in our guest. His name is not Bubba, but he's bringing the patrol. He's breaking it down. He's ready to rock the house. So let's bring him on. John Anthony and Bubba Patrol. What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. That's a heck of an intro you guys do.
What's going on, John? Welcome, man.
How have you guys been?
Excellent. Busy.
Yeah.
Yes. How you been?
Not as busy as I was with getting the rest of this book together, but settling down a little bit and getting the campaign up and getting those variant covers organized. So
the variant covers. Yes. So for those who just tuned in, this is Catch the Craze, and we are talking with John Anthony, and he's got a book called The Bubba Patrol, which is going to be talking to us about. But we always like to start the show and the interviews of our guests, not just talking about their product, but talking a little bit about who they are and how they got into this crazy business. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started. What inspired you to get into this?
Well, I'm a Tucson native. Never went anywhere else for like college or anything like that. Ironically, what really got me into comics, 21 years ago today, I was diagnosed with cancer in my leg.
Oh.
And that was the catalyst for me to kind of kick myself in the butt and say, you can't do this whole, like, just go to the coffee house and draw in your sketchbook and think something's going to happen. You've got to make this happen. So I had seen an ad in a book for the Joe Kubert School, and they had started or were going to start correspondence courses. And I presented it to my mom. I was just like, look, it's only $300. Like, I can learn how to be a comic book artist. And she had the foresight to think, like, okay, this is 2001, having to mail stuff back and forth and do it that way, it's probably not going to work for art. So we went and looked around, and I enrolled in art and design. 3.5 years later, graduated with a bachelor's in animation. And that was the end of 2004. And by mid-2006, I had put out my first book.
Wow, that's amazing, dude. Wait,
so I've been doing this for like 16, 17 years, depending on when you count the start. Like, was it when I started working on the actual first issue or when I put it out? So,
dude, you say 21 years ago, and I'm like, what the hell, were you 2? Like, well, what? I mean, you look so freaking young, my brother. Like, I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
I'm 43.
Damn, bro. But that's good, man. And listen, I commend you, and I'm glad that you're still here with us to tell us that story. And that That's incredible, man. Sometimes those things happen, right? And something inside of you just boom, just clicks. And then you're blessed to be able to do this. So you went did you end up going to the Cupid school, or what happened with that?
No, I ended up going. I kind of don't like to say the college's name out
Yeah,
loud.
no, that's fine.
Like they're not even in business anymore. They did a lot of people dirty. And they're it was an art and design school here in Tucson.
Okay.
I did learn a lot because when I went to animation, one of my teachers early on said, if you want to do comics, you need to do animation, because everything in pre-production, that's comic books, your character development, your backgrounds, storyboarding, basically all comic books. And he wasn't wrong. But I think one of the biggest things that I learned in that school was politics. And like some of the people in that front office didn't care for me very much. And so I found out pretty quickly, if there's somebody who has like power and they don't want you to succeed, you need to find somewhere else to go, because they're going to keep you down as much as possible. But all in all, like, I mean, other than being in student debt, with loans and everything, like it was a pretty good experience, right?
Yeah, no, tell me about it, man. Now, have you always so you're in an animation? Is your style cartoony? Is that where you lean towards, or did you ever, try to do the whole, Marvel superhero, DC superhero kind of styles, or what's your style of art?
Yeah, so the original work that I did was called Youth in Asia. It was like street level vigilante. Character was like super powered, but it was really dark. It was really gritty, more so than it needed to be. But I mean, being in my 20s, I think kind of as still like an angry young man, like that's what I had to do to get out of my system. And I actually presented the book to Simon Bisley at San Diego Comic-Con one year. And he looked at it, he flipped through it. I think he kept a copy of it. And he told me that it was unprofessional. And he stopped and he was just like, I don't mean that in a bad way, because this is very gritty. It's more street, but it fits with what you're doing. And since then, my style kind of changed to be more like, if I was going to do that book, it would be more pinup-y in style, like Ed McGuinness kind of style, where the characters are like super bulky. I tend to draw my women very curvy. So when I do go back to that to tell new stories, like it's going to have that style.
Gotcha.
But the Bubba Patrol gave me the opportunity to do something that was a lot more fun, flowed a lot more.
Yeah.
And if I had been able, like if I had all the digital files to be able to send you like the digital proofs, you would have seen the difference between issue 1 and issue 2, because like the style changes quite a bit and turns into more of like a Don Bluth, like the big saucery eyes, and it's not as detailed.
Right.
But that's the thing, is a lot of people don't realize, if you're drawing this and you have to do 22, 24, 30 something pages, like you don't want something that's super detailed unless you can just blow through that.
Yeah.
And it's a slow enough process for me, being, I don't want to say a one person show anymore, because I have people doing some covers for me. I have colorists now. So it's definitely not just me on my own, but still just doing the artwork, the line work is still a process in and of itself.
Yeah.
Interesting. So where did the concept come from?
All these dogs are my dogs. The one, let me do the mirror thing here. Okay, this one right here, that's Cypress. She was the first Bubba, and I adopted her when I was a freshman in high school, and was very confused, very angry, just like dealing with all these emotions and stuff like that. And me and my mom went to the Humane Society 3 nights in a row after work, and each time they were like, that dog's too young. That dog has lived in the house all its life. You can't have him because you want your dog outside. And the third day we went, we found this little rust-colored dog with a jet black mask, who just sitting there. She looked like a bath mat. Like, you know how like a puppy has that like kind of chunky fur, and she's just sitting there and looked like a little bear. And we got her and took her home, and that was her home for 16 years. And never, like, she saw me through high school. She saw me through college. The first couple of issues of the euthanasia book saw me through the cancer and the treatments and everything. Helped me deal with like a lot of depression and anxiety and stuff like that as well. And then came all the little dogs. And I have to give quite a bit of credit just that the Bubba Patrol even exists to a former girlfriend who was just like dead set on getting a dog. And I was just like, I don't want a dog. I got Cypress. And so we got this little tiny dog, and I didn't want him, but the instant I saw him, I fell in love with him. Like, it couldn't help but fall. Like, I don't know why. And then he was kind of sad. So we got him, we wanted to get him one friend. And there was a family whose, their dog had gotten pregnant, and we ended up going, but we only had the money to like pay the rehoming fee for one dog. And these people like just saw the way we were with the dogs. They were like, well, you can take these two because we know you want both of them. And so that was Sabu was the first one, and then Gurry and Foley were the litter mates. And then Grayson came in 2013. And so all these dogs have been a part of my life since 1992.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. So you're looking at your dogs, and how did the idea come to you to actually put them into a book?
So we used to go to the dog parks all the time, and there was a gentleman there, older guy, who had a poodle named Bubba. And one day, like, Sabu's running around, and I was like, come here, Bubba. And he runs over to me. And I was just like, okay, so that's going to be their nicknames. And then I'm just like, well, there's three of them. So they're like a patrol, they're a team, Bubba Patrol. And it just kind of spurred from there, because like, as much as the euthanasia book was this like dark, not very colorful book, it was all done in black and white as well. The Bubba Patrol, like, these dogs just made me so happy, and they're like my superheroes, like helping me deal with a lot of things, including getting sober in 2016. Like, I had spiraled downward really badly, and they stuck with me. So I was just like, well, their legacy should be this book, and wrote the script in 2017 for issue 1, and kind of held off on it for a while because I was still trying to figure everything out. And then the sudden death of Gurry just propelled me to be like, okay, well, you've got to do this now. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, this is just what you have to do.
Right.
So the book is based on like both my love for my dogs and the loss and experience of that. And it's kind of, in a way, like how most of like superheroes have like those origins where they had to lose somebody or something had to happen in order for them to move forward.
Right.
So the creation of this book is not unlike that origin, but at the same time, like, a lot of that stuff is going to be talked about and dealt with in the pages.
Wow. Yeah. So what's the premise of the book? It's I mean, I know it's about your dogs, but what happens inside the pages?
So the premise is that Cypress is this legendary superhero, and she has gathered the team. She knows about these dogs. She has gathered Agnew, who was part of the team that kind of found her, and they brought about. She kind of told him, like, look, we've got to get these dogs ready to be the next generation of heroes. There's just something about them. I know it. And so they've got this like little X-Men danger room below the apartment complex that they live in. And so they start training, and then Grayson shows up kind of out of nowhere at the end of issue 2, and they decide, okay, this is what we have to do. And then, so even though we're funding issue 5 was actually one issue. It was 4. So 4 became 4 and 5. It was a 40-page story.
Oh, wow.
And it ended up being, I got to page 26 of pencils, and I was like, this is a perfect stopping point. So then I brought this back in, and that's when they find out about Pollo Jira, the dreaded chicken lizard.
That's awesome.
And so that's their first mission is Cypress gets woken up to alerts because there's, you know, cameras all over the city, people with cell phones, and the computer wakes her up and tells her, like, hey, there's this monster on the loose.
Right.
And so she calls for them to go on their very first mission. So issue 4 ends up with them seeing Pollo Jira in real life for the first time. And issue 5 is going to have to be them figuring out how to, like, do battle with it or defeat it.
This is cool. I like the artwork, man. Really
Thank
nice.
you. That's the homage to Brave and the Bold 28.
Okay.
The first Justice League. So they're like fighting Starro.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see it. Now, you did the artwork on this, or did you?
I do. Yeah, I do all the interior line art. I do all the cover, or this cover line art, I should say. My colorist, Bill Simpson, did all the interior colors, both variant covers. Like that variant right there is it's going to look like a graded book.
Okay.
And
okay, I got it.
All the character colors change to match the Justice League's colors. So there's going to be like Green Lantern green and Flash red and Martian Manhunter blue cape and stuff like that.
I saw the 5.0. I was like, damn, they gave it a tough rating on that one. Gee, holy cow.
I thought it would be cute because it's issue 5. And
it
so
makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Critical Blast was like, wow, it's only a 5. And I'm like,
no, it looks good, man. It looks good.
Thank you.
Oh, that looks awesome too. Look at that.
And this variant was done by another local artist named JoJo Seams. She does a comic book series called The Makeshift Man, like watercolored, really fun book. It's a little quirky. She's also a MetaZoo card trading artist, or a MetaZoo trading card artist. And then that one is done by Alex Ild, who's got a webcomic coming out called Dealings of the Damned. And when I talked to them about it, I was just like, I want a Mystery Science Theater 3000 motif. And they were like, what is that? And I told them, and they were like, oh yeah, I used to watch that show all the time. And I'm like, well, how did you not remember what that is? Like, so you get the fun of the characters in the front row, and we were gonna do it silhouettes, but I just liked them. They popped so well, like in full color, that we couldn't do that silhouette. So
that's awesome, man. And so the campaign is on now on Indiegogo, right, John?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so on Indiegogo, you got a $500 goal, and you're almost there. You're almost at that goal right now.
Yeah, I just saw that there was another contribution, because at the beginning of today we were at 79%, so somebody else backed it.
All right,
which is still really cool.
Yeah, this is awesome. And you have 29 days left. So now, I think you're definitely gonna kill this. So tell me a little bit about Pollo. How do you say his name? Pollo Jira?
Pollo Jira.
Pollo Jira. Where did the name come from? Like, how did you come up with this whole concept of a chicken lizard?
So 2018 was the first time I attempted Inktober, and I was drawn in this like kind of janky little hardbound sketchbook. And one of the prompts, like I pulled up like 5 lists because some of them I didn't like for each day, and one of them was Godzilla, and so I drew Godzilla, and then I kind of didn't like that. So then I was just like, what if it was like weird looking giant chicken, and what if that chicken also had scales and like a big Godzilla-like tail? And so I was just like Pollo Jira. And so that's actually been sitting in, I don't even know where that sketchbook is. It's somewhere around here. I should probably actually like scan that and post it in
Yeah,
the
that
issue.
looks,
So people are like, okay, that's where it came from.
that's where it came
Um,
from. Yeah. And so
yeah.
you have Bubba Patrol issue number 5. Are you thinking, is this now, it looks like it's an ongoing series. It looks like it's just a whole bunch of adventures of Bubba Patrol just doing their thing.
So after issue 5, once we get everything printed, fulfilled, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, start coming up with some new stories. I'm going to look at submitting it to some creator-owned places, publishers. But the new format going forward is going to be one-shots and graphic novels. I don't want to do sequential issues anymore because since it takes me so long to put out a book, I don't want people to have to like wait 6 months for the next campaign or a year for the next campaign. So I don't think that's like fair to the fans and the people watching it. And at the same time, it's kind of not fair to me because this is, as you guys know, an emotionally exhausting process, like creating something from scratch. And doing something this personal is even more so. It's super cathartic, but at the same time, like afterwards, I'm just like, all right, I'm done. 29 days from now, I'll be able to like rest because the campaign will be over one way or another. So
I hear you. It's funny because Sam and I will have conversations about ongoing series. And like, I think when you grow up, like we grew up reading comics and enjoying comics and liking the serial comics, right? Issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We think that we can do that. And when you're like you're saying, when you're a one-man show, that's very hard to do. I think we tend to forget that Marvel and DC have a team of artists producing these books, that they put these books and produce these books with enough time to be able to put these books out sequentially, whereas we don't. So I think that you're doing a great job by just saying, you know what, let me compile a story in a graphic novel, sell it that way. And to me, honestly, I think the shelf life of a graphic novel obviously is longer than that of a monthly, so to speak, book. So kudos to you for making that decision and doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily a hard choice because after issue 3, I kind of wanted to do it that way.
Yeah.
But issue 3 was a journey in and of itself. We were rolling into 2022 or 2020, and I was literally inking the last page, and that's when I started doing everything digitally.
Right.
It was on the 32nd page, and I'm inking it, sitting at a coffee shop with my old beater laptop and a portable hard drive. And I don't know what happened, but the hard drive fell and broke and took 31 pages and all of like everything on it. And all I was left with was 1 page left on my laptop. And I tried so hard to like get it to reconnect, and it just wouldn't. You could hear it clicking and trying to get over, but it wouldn't. And I almost had like a meltdown in public. Like I was getting ready to start smashing stuff, and I was just like, I need to leave, guys. I will talk to you all later before I completely lose my mind. And that almost broke me. Like I didn't know if I was going to be able to come back from that.
Yeah.
And so there was actually a line between the two characters, Agnew and Cypress, in issue 2, where the Bubbas are training and they destroy something like this big fan mechanism, and it's part of the danger room thing, right? So like it's meant to get destroyed, but Agnew puts so much work into it that he's so frustrated, and Cypress is like, well, they're doing really, really well for their first training session. And he goes, but it took me a week to build that. And she's just like, and you did a fabulous job. And he's just like, well, I don't get why you have me here. Like, I'm a sidekick. Like, I don't do this kind of stuff. And she told him, like, look, you're stronger and you're smarter than you know. And that's why I picked you. You're my first, last, and only choice to lead this team.
Wow.
And it sounds sappy, but every single time one of those books comes out, I sit outside underneath the tree where Guri and Foley are both buried, and I read the books to them as they come out.
Yeah.
And when I was reading issue 2, Foley was still alive, and so was Grayson and Foley were running around the yard, and I was reading it to Gertie, and I had to stop because like I started tearing up, and I'm like, that's so weird. Like these are words you wrote, and they're touching you like this. But it was those words that allowed me to come back from that.
Right.
You know, from that devastation of losing all those files. I was just like, well, like, what else are you going to do? And some people came forward, and I was able to get a new laptop. I still have the hard drive. It's sitting in a drawer because one of these days I'm going to pay thousands of dollars to have somebody go in there in a clean room and fix it.
Get it back,
and then bring that back and just be like, this is the original book.
Right.
But it actually, it went from being 32 pages to 40 pages. And my colorist, Bill Simpson, was just like, give me some pages, all ink some pages. And I'm just like, I can't afford to pay you. And he's like, I didn't ask you for payment. Like, I believe in this project and I want to help. And I'm like, all right. And so I sent him some pages. He inked almost a quarter of the book. And then I threw it back and I did colors. And then with issue 4 is when I had him come on and do colors, because he had done colors professionally through like Extreme Studios, Top Cow, Marvel. Yeah. He was there at Extreme when the whole like double heck Captain America thing happened. You guys remember that, right?
Yeah.
He said one of the colorists came in and like was actually like just for fun went in and like digitally corrected everything, like to make it look like it was actually proportional and stuff like that. He said it was hilarious. Like,
wow.
But
that's crazy. So John, I know you're the artist in the book. What's your writing process like? Because I know like Sam has a book that he's coming at it with and he draws it, but there's no script. It's funny because I'm lettering the book and I'm like, yo, can you send me the script? There's no script. I kind of was just, as I was drawing, I was doing it. So how do you do? Do you write a script and then you draw for that script? Because you're doing it yourself, you're just like, whatever.
Yeah. So I didn't do it with the first couple of issues, but with issue 3 and issue 4 that became 4 and 5, I did an outline. And then from that outline, I kind of made it a little more detailed. I give myself not even 3 acts, like, because it doesn't have to be 3 acts. And I just kind of fill it in like, okay, these are points that I want to make. And then I'll just jump into my script program and start writing. And because these characters are characters that I've cultivated for years and I see them every day kind of thing, like the dialogue just flows and the scenarios just flow. Like I can literally hear them talking and reacting to each other. And it's really easy to do, more so than I did with Euthanasia, because I was just trying to fit a square peg in a round hole with that one.
Right, yeah.
This one, it's just like every once in a while I get stuck where I'm like, should I do it this way or this way? But I always figure it out.
Yeah.
And it usually never takes that long to sort it all out.
Yeah.
So what's your long-term goal for Bow Patrol?
Well, after issue 5 gets funded, printed, and distributed or fulfilled, I do plan on trying to find indie publishers, somebody who does creator-owned stuff, and submitting it. I feel like it would be a really good option for an animated movie or show or shorts.
Yeah.
Coming from an animation background, I feel like I could be like the animation director as well, or at least the art director. I mean, it's mine anyways. So, but I feel like it would match and do well somewhere, you know, as long as it's marketed the way that I see it, which is all ages versus as a children's book.
Yeah.
Which I remember seeing one of your episodes. I don't remember if it was sequential or if it was one way back, but you guys were talking about like all ages books versus like some of the current stuff that we see that's being crowdfunded that's like super dark, or like maybe and I don't say it in a bad way, but like overtly sexual or something like that. And it's just like, okay, you know, I kind of did that in the past. I might return to that in the future, but I'm having so much fun with this right now. So why not, you know, just make it as good as I can possibly make it and have that legacy built too. So,
No, smart, man. I wish you lots of luck. And for those watching, you know, the campaign is on Indiegogo right now, Bubba Patrol #5. So do you have like a tier where you can catch up and get the other issues with this one?
Yeah, there's a catch up tier. I forget exactly how much it is, but I think it's like $30, and you get the entire saga, and that's shipped too. That's not like you're gonna pay like another $10 shipping.
Gotcha.
Shipping is included on everything that you see there. Yeah, $30 catch up tier.
$30, yeah.
You're getting whatever shipped to you. So it's not like you click on it, it's $25 and then it's another $10. Like I kind of figure that in my head because I kind of don't like that when I do that on other people's campaigns.
Yeah.
Because it throws me off sometimes. But they're also available as add-ons as well. So let's say you have issue. Let's say you want to catch up, but you also want duplicate copies, or you already have issue 3, but you collect ASM 300 homages. Then you can pick that up as an add-on as well.
Hey,
so it's
no,
it's
that's cool.
I did them as just as add-ons with issue 4, but then I decided like I had seen so many people doing the catch-up tiers, and I wanted to do it from a standpoint where it was going to be really affordable for people. Because I've got all that in backstock. Like none of that stuff has to be printed except for issue 5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. Like, you know, is that stuff all available already? Do you have to reprint them? But also now, issue 5. How far along are you on issue 5? Are you done with that, or is it being colored, or where are you? What stage are you in?
It is 100% done, with the exception of like the supplemental pages. I want to do a letters page that I got to put together. Tutorial. If we get to that many backers, will be added. Fan art page. So we got to get people sending in fan art as well, because if we get to the 75 backers, I'll do an extra page of fan art. And the only thing that still needs to be done on it, I need to hand it off to my editor to have her look it over. And Bill is working on a special secret VHS variant. And that we're not putting on the campaign itself because that's going to be exclusive for retailers. So any retailer who picks up one of the retailer packs, a retailer exclusive, anything like that, I'm going to include that in there. It's going to be like one of those 1 per store variants. So I apologize to retailers who are like, well, I'll get a 10-pack and a 5-pack, and then I'll get another 10-pack. You're only going to get one because I want it to be special. So
Fantastic. So where can people find you on social media?
I am on Instagram at Bubba Patrol or at Anti-Heroverse. That's where I post like my more not all ages friendly stuff. You can find me on Facebook. Just check out the Bubba Patrol. And on Twitter, my first 2 initials, J.A. Chihak Soltero.
Awesome. So now you have a captivated audience. I'm going to give you the screen. I want you to give us the elevator pitch. Why Bubba Patrol? Go for it.
All right. So you've had Grim and Dark for 20-something years, and it hasn't saved the day. It's time to have these small, fuzzy, cold, wet-nosed heroes save the day. The Bubba Patrol is a throwback to the Bronze and Silver Age of comics, when books could be fun, colorful, and still tell that dynamic story that you've always wanted from a comic book. And it's on newsprint, so it's completely nostalgic.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
Outstanding. Well, thank you, John, for being on the show. And again, based on where you're trending, you should be able to make that goal easily.
Yeah.
You know, and they just see you got 2 retailers already signed up for Bubba Patrol, so that's a big win for you. So congratulations on your campaign, and you know, you're always welcome back on the show.
Thank you so much. And I might take you guys up on that that Dudester illustration. I don't know if I'm allowed to participate in it, but I already have an idea for it. So.
It's open to everybody.
Go
buddy.
for it, man. Go for it.
Again, thank you for being on the show.
Yes, yes.
And I will send you the links once it starts streaming audio, because it streams everywhere audio. I usually give it about 24 to 48 hours before I put it on audio, but it's everywhere from iHeart, iPad, Apple, Amazon, everything. So again, thanks again for being on the show. Again, guys, the link is in the chat, and it's also in the summary.
That's right. John, thank you, man. Thank you for sharing your story. You know, both your Bubba Patrol and your personal story. We appreciate you, man. And we'll talk soon. Yeah, there you go.
Look at that beard.
Little cameo.
They look alike. They're twins. Peace out, brother.
Take care, John. Later, brother.
All right. So that was John Anthony. That was Bubba Patrol. Check it out, guys. The link is in the summary. Fantastic stuff. It's on Indiegogo. And he's got what? 27 more days to go?
Yeah.
It's 82% of the way there. So and the fact that you got retailers signed up, that's pretty fantastic. I want to say thank you again to our Circumstances for
another crazy has arrived
joining the chat. But yes, that's pretty dope.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So again, if you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe, recommend it to a friend. And there's a lot of people out there that really understand that there's a platform that caters to the independent community. We've been out here. We were one of the first. We launched in 2005. So we're the originators, baby. So, so tell a friend. Thank you to the 540 that are subscribing to this channel and the many others that are listening to us on streaming platforms like Spotify and iHeartRadio. So we appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget, there's an Alien in My Toilet launches on the 15th. The link is in the summary. Sign up with the other 80 people who have signed up, the other dudesters. Are you a dudester? Again, if you missed the first part of the show, look at that. That's an original Medina Hay. That's
first flush.
Medina. Yes, first flush. So the launch party is on the 15th. You want to come to the party. It's going to be a party like no other party has ever been. And if you're an artist out there, enter to be featured into the book. Draw your best duty, right? Get featured in the comic, and you have to post it on social media, and in your post mention that you are a dudester, tag Catch the Craze with a DA, right? And show us your best rendition of Duty to be featured in the book. That's with a little bio about you, with your link, the whole bit, right? So with that said, this was a great night. We had Stone Abdullah, we had John Anthony. What's up, George? Any last words from you?
No, nothing. Just make sure you guys subscribe to There's an Alien in My Toilet so that the man can get to 100 before the 15th. We're about a week away. We have some time. There's 20 people left, so please sign up. And then also sign up to The Adventures of Wonderduck. That's also live right now. The pre-launch campaign, I should say, is live right now. So make sure you do that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with a friend. Let them know that we're out there. We're doing this thing. All about indies, and I think that should be about it. I think we nailed everything. So
yes, with that said, I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera,
George the Dreamer Medina,
and we are.
It's just easy. It's not
crazy. Acquiesce.
No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh,
he described me. He said, I'm the
what? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. To Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze on Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.
Candy girl.